Hello, dear friends. There are many strange things in this world, but it is dangerous to get close to them. Opinion piece. Do you have a lurker? Ghost sales, witches market, shadow hunters, the Harry Potter universe. The days of darkness are numbered. The dust of dissatisfaction accumulates. World watches the change with great anticipation. The Vatican suppressed contact with the INA-F. It is said that everything will be decided in September. Let's start. Do you have a lurker demon that prevents you from sleeping when you want to rest? That makes you nervous when you want to be calm? That causes you worry when you want to be happy? Realizing the problem is the beginning of all liberation. To free yourself from darkness, you have to identify it. Welcome to the club. Materialistic psychology attributes these problems to traumas or engrams of the unconscious or reactive mind, reaching extremes such as that of the German Wilhelm Wundt, father of experimental psychology, who denied the existence of the human soul, moving away from traditional metaphysical explanations. I think that Western psychology is very primitive compared to Insta philosophy, which comes from very ancient civilizations. I have been watching videos about hippies for years with an insatiable curiosity to try to find out how they manage to live without worrying about anything, even though their lifestyle is very precarious. In my opinion, they are souls that come from abundant galactic civilizations where it is not necessary to work. But here we are subjected to the Adamic program of you will earn your bread by the sweat of your brow. That is unfortunately ending. The key to their happiness does not consist in taking any substance, but in living without expectations. Many of these hippies are Shivaites and have a strong influence from the Hindu religion. Shiva is seen as the infinite consciousness and the absolute self of all beings. The entire universe would be a manifestation of him, who is both immanent and transcendent. It is not devotional worship, but rather the realization of the essential unity between the individual soul and the universe. Our nature is Satchitananda, that is absolute existence, knowledge, and bliss. Anything other than that is a lie. It does not belong to us. It is something implanted from outside. It is also translated as truth, consciousness, bliss, a unified state where these elements are inseparable and present in everything. Satchitananda is Brahman, the absolute reality of God. It is considered the ultimate goal of the spiritual journey and represents the realization of the unity and totality of all existence. Ghosts. Many years ago, I saw someone selling ghosts by mail order, and I was curious, but I realized that I didn't want to buy a ghost because I already had too many ghosts from my past to add a new guest. The most popular types of ghosts for sale, according to various traditions and cultures, include souls in pain, wandering souls, residual souls, or messenger souls. I got the impression that this trait was related to sinister African magic, such as voodoo, santeria, umbanda, macumba, and candomblé. But I don't like these traditions at all because of the blood sacrifices and because they ask for help from beings of darkness. The Christian tradition put an end to this through the symbolic sacrifice of the Mass. That prevents me from being a devotee of African cultures like other internet colleagues. However, I am fascinated by many mysteries of this gigantic continent, such as those beds that start dancing without anyone being inside, or those dancers that seem to levitate, or those men who transform into animals, or those routes to have conscious dreams, for example. The Irish tradition In the Irish tradition, the banshee is a female spirit that foretells the death of a family member through her lament. In Japan, obake are ghosts that can change shape and are considered tricksters, capable of causing confusion and fear. In Southeast Asian culture, Hantu are spirits that can be benevolent or evil, depending on their connection to the living. The catalogue of shadows would be endless. Shadow Market. In the fourth dimensional universe of Harry Potter, the Witch Market is associated with Diagon Alley, an iconic place where wizards and witches shop before starting the school year at Hogwarts. This market is full of shops offering a variety of magical products, from wands to potion ingredients. Diagon Alley is a bustling shopping center that reflects the daily life of wizards, especially during the days before the start of classes at Hogwarts, when it is filled with students and their families. The sale of ghosts is related with the shadow market, a concept from Shadowhunters universe created by American writer Cassandra Clare. This market is a place where magical items, information, and sometimes ghosts can be acquired. In this context, ghosts can be used for various purposes, such as gaining information about the past or to help resolve conflicts. The Shadowhunters Chronicles is a literary series set in the fantasy world of Cassandra Clare. Shadow markets are scattered throughout the world, frequented by inhabitants of the shadow world, including underground beings and warlocks. The shadow market is a meeting point for fairies, werewolves, warlocks, and vampires. There, the downworlders buy and sell magical items, make dark deals, and whisper secrets that they do not want the shadow hunters to know. Ghosts in the shadow market are representations of the dead that can be summoned or contacted, and their sale involves an exchange that can include magic of favors. This concept is part of the rich mythology surrounding the series, where shadow hunters interact with supernatural beings and face challenges related to the world of the dead and the living. But the darkness has its days numbered with the arrival of divine light. Economy. A nervous stock market wants good news about inflation. The markets just had their worst volatile week since the start of the health crisis. A week full of ups and downs has markets on edge ahead of another week of intense economic data. Fiat apocalypse looms as central banks swap dollars for gold. It is said that everything will be decided in September, as the huge debt puts the world economy on the edge of a precipice. Families are ill prepared for the wealth transfer that will occur, according to Michael Pelther, Chief Investment Officer at Bank of America. Is a recession coming? An article in the Global Times claims that the stock market crash represents a risk and calls for greater vigilance. Central banks set record gold buying during the first half of 2024. Irreversible progress of the dollarization process with the boost of the BRICS. The bond market in China is faltering. Foreign investors pull out record amount of money in China. South Korea holds emergency meeting as electric vehicle fires spark fears among consumers. Ominous predictions of a black swan stock market crash are raising tensions. Such an event could send shockwaves around the world and trigger a currency transition. According to JFK Jr., everything has changed, but the weak do not want to give up, and that is why a global financial reset will take place that cannot be hacked or corrupted. It is a process that will not happen overnight. It will all take time, so don't worry. According to Julian Assange, the transformation of the old systems of government, education, finance, health, and trade is underway, promising a new era for humankind. The impact of a crisis of this magnitude is beyond all imagination, and the world is watching with bated breath. The coalition's new Internet has artificial intelligence systems to identify online pedophilia, human trafficking networks, global money laundering systems, and advanced quantum creation to end all wars and eradicate homelessness and poverty. Pufner said, all the wicked are in disarray. There are many fronts and many side issues that are drawing attention, and they are also fighting to maintain the boundaries they currently have when they win. But they will not win because they are losing ground and will continue to do so, and they will be reduced before all is said and done. There is hope, and countermeasures are in sight that they can at least know about. But, in quotes, do not tell your adversaries what your plans are. Keep the peace and allow the dominoes to fall and the dust of dissent to gather. Chaos is an ordered motion that has to occur before higher intentions are put into action for the good of the whole. Curious, art has the power to bring people together. Each person's face evolves to fit their name. Excessive internet use can alter key parts of the adolescent brain. Nvidia dominates artificial intelligence chip market. Mind control using nanoparticles and external electromagnetic fields. Nanoparticles manipulated with magnetic fields can alter brain activity, study finds. More women are getting sterilized because they don't want to have children, according to Michael Snyder. As India ages, a shame emerges: elderly people abandoned by their children. The world's tallest building could be a kilometer-high battery. A team of scientists have discovered the dark oxygen is produced in metallic nodules thousands of meters below the surface of the Pacific Ocean. A hydrogen-powered aircraft could be the first to fly non-stop around the world. Chinese scientists create the first optical chip for artificial intelligence training. Surprising link between the continent of Venus and the young Earth. According to Dr. Michael Salla, the ancient crystal skull contained powerful transformative energies. According to Dr. Salla, the Vatican suppressed contact with the inner Earth. Surface humanity openly traded with extraterrestrial civilizations for centuries, until the Vatican ordered all communications to stop and underground entrances to be sealed. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.